charges laid in Jogi tragedy. Whim community stands strong after heartless theft. And Kojo Lewis-Morris rivalry sparks PNM Tobago leadership race. Good evening, I am Nicole Williams-Wilson, and you're locked into Tobago Updates Television News for Monday, 13th April 2026. Now to our top story. Tensions are mounting in Tobago as the investigation into the Pigeon Point tragedy enters a critical phase, with no formal charges yet filed. The 32-year-old suspect, apprehended in Canaan shortly after the incident, remains in police custody. However, the legal proceedings appear to have hit a standstill. Anger is brewing among locals and eyewitnesses who described a scene of brazen negligence. Reports suggest that the jet ski operator bypassed clearly marked safety barriers, leading to the fatal collision with 7-year-old Angelica Jogi. Stay tuned to Tobago Updates as investigations are ongoing. Tonight, the heart of the Whim community is buoyed once again after feeling the weight of a heartless weekend crime. Thieves targeted the local youth group, stripping the community center under the cover of darkness. Whim Youth Group Vice President Valton Brathwaite says that this was a community fundraiser partially sponsored by Assembly member Ricky Joe Field. Brathwaite reported that toys, drinks, bikes, book bags, snacks, hampers, and even seasoned meats were stolen. Secretary Joe Field joined organizers on site on Saturday morning to assess the damage. Former minority leader Kelvin Morris says the theft hits hard because it targets local progress. He's calling the act disgusting and urging the village to stand together. Morris is pledging his own support to upcoming youth event. The public is asked to help police identify the suspects as they continue their investigation into the matter. However, despite the unfortunate setback, the village has come together and pulled off a successful fundraiser and family day, with even more donations than before.
When persons had learned of the unfortunate incident, people reached out in donating far more than what we lost. The response of the community and well-wishers, I must say it was overwhelming. And I just want to say thanks again to everyone. And yes, the event was indeed a success.
The message from Whim is clear. The spirit of the village remains unbroken. Trinidad and Tobago healthcare workers are planning to turn up the heat on the government following a massive demonstration last Friday. While thousands of nurses marched for better pay and more staff in the streets of Port of Spain, the Minister of Health stood in the Parliament and issued a claim that the system is stable. The Trinidad and Tobago Registered Nurses Association is now planning its next move. True Green George has the details.
The streets of Port of Spain turned into a sea of blue last week. Thousands of nurses and RHA workers marched from the Port of Spain General Hospital to the Ministry of Health. Their message was clear. They are overworked, underpaid, and exhausted. The union claims the North Central Regional Health Authority has a vacancy of over 450 nursing personnel, yet only hired 21 people this month. While the Blue Army shouted for justice outside, the debate moved inside the Parliament. During the 25th sitting of the House of Representatives, Minister of Health Dr. Lakram Budu made a contradictory statement to Parliament that there was no health crisis.
Mr. Speaker, I wish to assure the population that there is no health crisis in our country at this time.
That statement has triggered a fresh wave of anger from the Nursing Association. In a social media post over the weekend, the TTRNA called the minister's comments a catalyst for ramping up collective action. The union says it will not retreat and is standing by a specific list of demands. They are calling for a 10% salary increase and the removal of pool rates in favor of standard overtime pay for extra duty. They are also calling for the removal of Dr. Tim Gopi Singh from his post as chairman of the North Central Regional Health Authority. The Minister of Health also had this to share with the Parliament.
Mr. Speaker, under this government, the healthcare system continues to provide services to thousands of patients on a daily basis.
The TTRNA has summoned all members to a special meeting this Saturday, April 18, to vote on a new plan of action. For now, Tobago's Health Secretary reports that its healthcare services remain steady, but the union warns that a national ramping up is coming. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
More news after the break.
Okay, I find you taking long to play the card. I'm all day. I'm all in time, so good, but. Yo, what school you went by?
Diane Bishops, boy.
Bishops?
Yeah,
sure,
we know the baddest that's come out of Bishops, sir.
The baddest?
But telling her, boy.
We know the baddest, boy. One night and life, and I is the baddest.
Boy, Bishops is the best, boy.
Yo, what's going on with Tola? Here, what's going on? It's only one way to settle this. We'll be live on Youth Voice TV, where I, your host, Multibase, will be hosting the Rep Your School DJ competition, where DJs will go head-to-head in a crazy battle to secure the title. We have cash prizes of $10,000 to come out and win, and a lot of amazing prizes. Guys, what are you waiting for? Let me come out, come and showcase your skills. Come, let me do some juggling.
So, guys, there are two categories for DJs that are out of school up to 35 years. And for the DJs that are currently in school, it must be up to 19 years of age. So, guys, get ready. It's all about Rep Your School. It's all about the DJ competition.
Who will bring the best vibes? Who can control the crowd? And who will earn the bragging rights? You get a chance to be a part and witness the rise of the new DJ generation. So this is Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ, live on Tobago Updates. Stay tuned.
Youth Voice, Rep Your School DJ competition. Rep Your School.
When the game is on, you don't want to miss the best moments. With AMPLIA TV, you can enjoy our ultimate sports package and watch your favorite games on the go. Stay connected and informed with sports news, scores, and stats with AMPLIA's fastest internet speeds. Up to 1 GB fiber internet, you can stream riveting football action, cricket, NBA games, and much more. With AMPLIA, it's game on. Visit amplia.co.tt or call 800-4663. AMPLIA. Do more, live more.
Hop, hop. Nice.
If I have to call a supervisor one more time to sign off on a customer because their financials are in a mess, I will scream.
Don't scream in a bank. That have lockup in it.
It's either they're not registered properly, or you know what? We could just forget about annual returns, right?
Compliance is a bad word to most of them. All your compliance out of here. But let me eat.
What is wrong with Trinbagonians? I mean, it has so much help they could get out there.
Well, you know, Trinis, we don't like to spend we money.
But you know what? Be comfortable with losing we money. That make it any financial
What people should do is call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago.
Wait, what? Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago?
Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago Tax and Accounting Services. Yeah, they offer helping from registering your business to filing your tax. Oh! My lunch is over. Oh!
Wait, tell me more.
No, go and scream in the bank. You go and scream in the bank.
No, I don't get one sooner.
Trinidad, Tobago, and abroad, your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday, 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs, and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
Welcome back. Trinidad and Tobago's rift with CARICOM is deepening tonight as the opposition took to social media to warn of a multi-billion-dollar economic disaster. The dispute centers on CARICOM's reappointment of Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett. Foreign Minister Sean Sobers claims the government was deliberately uninvited from the decision-making retreat in Nevis. However, CARICOM leaders maintain the Trinidad and Tobago representative simply failed to attend. Opposition leader Penelope Beckles Robinson is slamming what she termed the administration divisive and dangerous stance. She warns that provoking the regional body risks $7.5 billion in annual trade revenue. Beckles Robinson argues that manufacturers, students, and exporters will pay the price for this diplomatic friction. She further criticized Prime Minister Kamala Persad-Bissessar for skipping a recent emergency meeting intended to resolve the crisis. The opposition warns that while the region moves forward in unity, this petty agenda threatens to cripple the local economy. Leadership within the Tobago Council of the People's National Movement is heating up. Ahead of the party's internal election, former candidate Camaria London has officially thrown her hat into the ring for the position of vice chairman. London says her campaign focuses on structural reform and mending internal rifts. True Green George has the details.
Camaria London is making a bid for a top executive position, signaling a push for renewal within the PNM's Tobago Council. The announcement comes at a critical time for the party as it seeks to regain ground following the 2021 THA elections, where the PNM lost its 21-year hold on the Assembly. London says her immediate priority is fixing the party's internal machinery.
My first order of business is to assist in the rebuilding and strengthening of our internal structure, reconnecting with our party groups, improving communication, and ensuring every member feels valued, heard, and ready to work. A united party is a winning party. There is also a principle I believe in deeply.
London's platform emphasizes inclusivity. She argues that the party cannot succeed if certain members feel sidelined. Data from previous election cycles suggests voter turnout and the party mobilization are heavily dependent on ground-level engagement, a gap London intends to bridge by reaching out to those who have become disengaged.
That means we must be intentional about reaching across every layer of our organization, especially those who feel distant, unheard, or disengaged, so that no voice is left behind and no member is excluded from the process of rebuilding.
Beyond internal politics, London says the PNM must address bread and butter issues to win back the Tobago electorate. She cited the cost of living and youth opportunities as key areas where the party must offer practical solutions. She insists that the PNM's path back to governance depends on being present in communities year-round, not just around election time.
The truth is, our people are not just looking for promises. They are looking for presence, performance, and purpose. And when we show up consistently with all three, we restore trust, rebuild confidence, and reposition the party for victory.
The internal elections are expected to set the tone for the PNM strategy heading into the next general election. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
A significant step towards closing Tobago's digital divide was taken today as Tobago Information Technology Limited and Telecommunication Authority Trinidad and Tobago officially joined forces. Through a landmark MOU and the e-Care initiative, the partnership provides seniors with smartphones and training, ensuring no citizen is left behind while positioning Tobago at the forefront of national digital transformation. AMPLIA Balgobing has the details.
A new era of connectivity is unfolding for the sister isle. Tobago Information Technology Limited and the Telecommunications Authority of Trinidad and Tobago have solidified a partnership aimed at revolutionizing local ICT infrastructure. The signing of a Memorandum of Understanding today serves as a formal pledge to enhance telecommunications development across Tobago, ensuring the island remains at the forefront of the national digital transformation agenda.
Connect, access, review, empower is designed to provide smartphones and internet access, deliver structured digital skills training, enable seniors to access essential services, and improve their overall quality of life. It is about restoring dignity and independence. This process also reflects a broader commitment to fairness and inclusion.
Central to this collaboration is the e-Care initiative, which stands for Connect, Access, Review, and Empower. The program isn't just about handing out hardware. It's a holistic approach to providing smartphones, internet access, and most importantly, the digital skills training required for seniors to navigate modern services independently. Addressing the gathering, Minister of Public Administration and Artificial Intelligence, Dominic Smith, emphasized that starting this rollout in Tobago was a deliberate choice to signal a shift in national priorities.
This initiative, I want to say, has started in Tobago. Curly mentioned to me briefly, I said, Curly, have we given out any of these mobile devices anywhere else? He said, no, today is the first time and we're doing it in Tobago. So let's give ourselves a round of applause. And I want to say as well, often people in the past would have considered Tobago an afterthought. You are not an afterthought. You are our brothers and sisters in the fight of transforming Trinidad and Tobago, making it digitally ready.
With the MOU now in effect, residents can expect more streamlined ITC services and expanded support for community-based digital hubs. As these seniors walk away with new devices and renewed confidence, the message from officials is clear. Tobago is not just part of the digital future, it is leading the charge. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobing.
The news will continue in a moment, but why wait? You can follow every story, every update all the time, join the conversation and find us on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube at Tobago Updates. Don't miss a beat, we'll be right back.
Hi everyone, I'm Marissa Benin. Coming up, Jamaica, here we come. These women of vision are on a mission. Ride the waves and savor the flavor, otherwise known as spending quality time in Antigua and Barbuda. Fun times, plus the food that sets St. Kitts and Nevis apart, all available under one roof. Cue the entertainment and the food. It's Chinese Spring Festival time. It's all next on this station.
Trinidad, Tobago, and abroad. Your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday, 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs, and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
baby, when you whine on me. Somebody get the phone, go to telephone. I get wet.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Welcome back. Tobago's sporting future is under threat as athletes and officials sound the alarm over deteriorating training conditions and a lack of financial backing. With the Dwight York Stadium still in disrepair, the island's talent is fighting an uphill battle to remain competitive on the regional stage. Here are the details.
The road to the podium is becoming increasingly steep for Tobago's track and field stars. Ahead of major meets like Carifta, athletes find themselves hindered by inadequate facilities, with the Dwight York Stadium remaining a symbol of neglect. Soren Bishop, head of Tobago Athletics, warned that without immediate intervention, local talent is being placed at a distinct disadvantage compared to their regional counterparts.
We definitely need the injection funding. And I will talk about it again, from corporate Tobago. Yes. I'm talking to them first. I'm not talking to the government agency. The government agency, which is the THA, has to put policy, has to implement policies. There are policies already there. The implementation of those policies to ensure that the athletes are taken care of. As you can see, when Barbados landed back in the airport, the Honorable Mayamot didn't even wait. She capitalized on the moment and then she rolled out a plan. Listen, we are going to put this amount of money into sport development in Barbados.
Bishop emphasized that corporate and state support cannot be fair-weathered partnerships. He knows that many athletes battle socio-economic hardships that make even the basics like proper footwear and nutrition a luxury. Without a foundation of physiotherapy, equipment, and proper diet, the risk of talented youth disengaging from the sport entirely continues to grow.
Help was needed before, and we're saying the partnership can only be better if the athletes get the support up front. And I believe that the results can be better. Right? Because a lot of athletes are disenfranchised for one reason or another due to socioeconomic reasons and whatever it is. And athletes need equipment. They need spikes. Athletes need to eat. Athletes need physiotherapy, therapists, right? So there are a number of things that need to be put in place in terms of, conversation with those involved in the track and field fraternity to ensure that athletes have the best chance of success.
The message from stakeholders is clear. Tobago's sporting legacy depends on decisive, coordinated action. The talent is there, but without the infrastructure to shield and develop it, the island risks falling behind its Caribbean neighbors. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
A thunderous chorus and the steady chant of TTO echoed throughout the University of the West Indies Sport and Physical Education Center in St. Augustine last Saturday, as Trinidad and Tobago under-16 netballers made an impressive start to the 22nd Jean Pierre Caribbean Youth Netball Tournament. Buoyed by strong home support, the young squad produced a dominant showing from the opening whistle, combining crisp ball movement, solid defense, and accurate shooting to take control against the Cayman Islands. They tightened their grip on the match with each quarter, leaving their opponents struggling to respond. When the final whistle sounded, Trinidad and Tobago had secured a resounding 41-8 triumph. The convincing performance underlined the team's readiness and depth while signaling their intent to be serious contenders as the tournament progresses. The call and ground erupted as Canby Mount Pleasant and Police FC delivered a TFA Tier 2 thriller. This pulsating two-all draw featured relentless momentum shifts and breaking late drama, keeping fans on edge until the final whistle. It was a gritty, high-octane showcase of skill and determination from both sides. Here are the details.
Canby Mount Pleasant struck first through jersey number 40, Darian Moses, who finished clinically to give his side an early lead and lift their confidence in front of the goal. However, Police FC responded almost immediately, showing sharp attacking urgency. Number 9, Kareem Freitas, leveled the contest with a composed finish, before number 6, Isaiah Price, completed a rapid turnaround just under 2 minutes later to put Police FC ahead 2-1. The quick double left Canby Mount Pleasant chasing the game, while Police FC carried a slender advantage into the halftime interval after a fast and effective attacking spell. After the break, Canby Mount Pleasant raised their intensity, pushing higher up the pitch and applying sustained pressure as they searched for an equalizer. Their persistence paid off in the closing stages when number 7, Navea Roach, found space and calmly slotted home to restore parity at 2-2. Both teams pushed for a winner in the final minutes, but neither could find a breakthrough, as the match ended evenly poised after an entertaining and competitive TTFA Tier 2 encounter. Reporting for Tobago Updates Television News, I am AMPLIA Balgobin.
The Ministry of Health is again urging citizens to check their medicine cabinets tonight. A voluntary recall is active and ongoing for Rosabella Moringa capsule. The ministry says the supplement may be contaminated with drug-resistant salmonella, and this recall follows a similar alert from U.S. health officials earlier this year. Salmonella causes fever, diarrhea, and stomach cramp within 3 days of exposure. The elderly and those with weak immune system faces highest risk of severe illness. Health officials are telling consumers to stop using the product immediately and return any affected bottles to the place of purchase. Specific lot numbers on the recall include codes starting with 502 through 510. These products have expiration date ranging from March to November 2027. If you feel ill after taking these capsules, contact a doctor right away. For more information, call the Chemistry, Food and Drug Division at 868-217-4664. The weather report when we return.
Office looking professional.
Hello?
Hey, bandit!
Is this Charles and Charles Inc.? I'm your new receptionist.
Oh, yes. Welcome, welcome. This is Charles and Charles.
So you're Charles?
And Charles.
Okay then. Well, I see you're ready for business.
Oh, yes, yes. I have my favorite photo, my desk, and a spot for George.
George?
On the doubles, man. Have my marriage certificate, my cow certificate, my divorce certificate.
Tax certificate?
Taxi? No, I used to pull bull.
No. Tax certificate.
Tax? Yes, I had one of that in the last office, you know, but I lost it. No, wait, I had one in my mother's house, but I think the cow eat it.
Look, Mr. Charles.
And Charles?
Do you pay your taxes? It is critical to your business. You should call Anderson in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, they provide tax and accounting services, and their corporate secretarial services. Oh, the best.
Really? How you know?
Well, my last boss lost his whole business and I lost my work.
Oh.
You know, there's a tax amnesty going on now.
Really? So I can pay all my back taxes?
And don't forget to call Anderson so you could save your business and I could keep my work. Oh God, no. This picture has got to go.
Trinidad is my home, and I always say charity begins at home. So I'm just delighted to bring this team of dedicated volunteers. Part of our motto is that we just don't send relief. We hand deliver it with care and compassion. And as I would always tell my team, the best way to find oneself is to lose oneself in the service of others.
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
Trinidad, Tobago, and abroad, your chance to drive away in a brand new SUV is still on. The BHS Centennial Raffle has been extended to Thursday, 30th April 2026. And that's not all. Prizes include travel for two to Miami and Curacao, Tobago staycation, iPhones, computers, smart TVs, and more. Tickets still only $100. Get yours at selected outlets or at islandetickets.com. Details at bishopstobago100.com/raffle.
Baby, when you whine on me. Somebody gets a phone call on the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there.
Our world is filled with rhythm. Rhythm that's unapologetic, infectious, timeless. Rhythm is commitment in action. It's how we show up for each other with unrelenting support that goes the distance. Rhythm lives in the tiny beats of our most intimate moments and the seismic roars of our biggest achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
The Caribbean is more than just a place. It's a spirit, resilient, vibrant, and full of possibility. It's who we are and the heart of everything we do. For over 150 years, we've been right here, invested in the Caribbean, its people, and its progress. And today, we're going even further. We're deepening our commitment to the region, continuing to invest in the networks, services, and digital solutions that move Caribbean businesses forward. Whether you are a mid-sized business or multinational player, we bring you resilient connectivity, personalized service, and tailored IT solutions, all powered by local teams that truly have your back. We're here to help you navigate challenges, grow, and achieve your goals with practical solutions, reliable networks, and a partnership rooted in trust and your long-term success. Liberty Business, rooted in the Caribbean, committed to you.
Welcome to Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, where innovation meets excellence and the service reigns supreme. Our commitment is simple: to provide high-quality, innovative aluminum, vinyl, and glass solutions for both commercial and residential spaces. At DIGICEL, we don't just meet needs, we exceed expectations. Our range includes the finest aluminum cladding options, setting new standards in durability and style. Driven by our passion to elevate, we aim to be the leading supplier in the Caribbean market while retaining our identity as a family-owned business. Because at Tobago Glass Supplies Limited, it's not just about products. It's about relationships, it's about you. Innovation, quality, service. That's Tobago Glass Supplies Limited.
The race for the leadership of the PNM Tobago Council is now officially underway. Nominations closed Saturday at 5:30 p.m. at the party's Scarborough headquarters, marking a significant turning point for the organization following its 15-0 defeat in the January 12th THA elections. Among the top contenders is former Sports Minister Shamfor Kajol Lewis, who faces a challenge from Kelvin Morris for the party's top post. Jules Green George has the details.
After weeks of speculation, the battle lines for the future of the PNM Tobago Council are set. Former Member of Parliament Shamfor Kajol Lewis arrived at the Scarborough headquarters on Saturday afternoon to formalize her bid.
This is my first internal election for the executive of the Tobago Council, and it was quite smooth for me. I'm pleased.
While, according to Kajol Lewis, there was once a short-lived partnership understanding, she and Kelvin Morris are now direct rivals. The internal contest highlights a shift from collaboration to competition. Kajol Lewis revealed that the original plan was for the two to run on a joint ticket.
At first, we were planning on working together, possibly as political leader and chairman, but in the end of it all, he decided, hey, I'm going to challenge, I'm going to run.
Kajol Lewis did not state who was the intended chairman and designated political leader, but she is now running without a formal slate, stating she is willing to work with anyone committed to the party. She frames,
and I say, hey, go for it. You know, when you're young and you have that burning in your belly and you want to see what the election says, it is his responsibility to go out there and do that.
With 10,456 votes recorded for the PNM in the last THA election, the new leader faces the task of recapturing the 38.9% of the electorate that stayed loyal. Kajol Lewis acknowledged that Morris enters the race with significant backing.
He has his supporters. As he said, he has some powerful people behind him, and people like Tracy Davidson, Celestine. He has Huey Cadet behind him. He has persons like Clarence Jacob, Kelvin Charles, Nadine Stewart, and persons who have experience in running campaigns and holding office in the party, in the Tobago House of Assembly, and so on.
The internal election is scheduled for April 26th, when the party members will decide if they prefer the experience of a former minister or the burning ambition of a fresh face. Jewel Green George, Tobago Updates Television News.
Every day we bring you closer to the issue that matters most. For a social media poll today, we asked, given the recent friction between Trinidad and Tobago and the CARICOM Secretariat over leadership appointments, do you think Trinidad and Tobago should take a firmer stance on regional governance? 90% voted yes, we must demand more transparency. 1% voted no, we should prioritize regional unity, and 9% voted I need more information on how this affects us. We also have 2% voting Trinidad and Tobago should focus on domestic issues instead. Remember, your voice counts too. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram and join the conversation by voting in our daily polls. Now for a look at our weather update from the Trinidad and Tobago Met Office. Tonight will be generally fair apart from a chance of the odd partly cloudy spells with brief isolated showers. The minimum temperature is forecast to be around 24 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 25 degrees Celsius at Crum Point. Tomorrow will be generally sunny and hazy. A few partly cloudy spells and light isolated showers are possible during the morning and early afternoon. Nighttime will be mostly fair apart from the risk of odd isolated showers. A relatively mild concentration of Sahara dust is present in the atmosphere. The maximum temperature tomorrow is expected to reach around 32 degrees Celsius at Piaco and 31 degrees Celsius at Crum Point. Seas will be moderate with waves between 1.5 and 2.0 meters in open waters and below 1.0 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:55 and sunset at 6:16. And that's all the time we have for tonight's Tobago Updates News. Have a great night. Let's recap the headline. Still no charges laid for Jogi tragedy. Whim community stands strong after heartless theft. And Kojo Lewis Morris rivalry sparks PNM Tobago leadership race.